This is a Superkart, a tiny race car that's as fast as a GT3 or F3 car, and now it's come to rFactor 2 for free. In this video, I'm going to review the mod and give it a mic score. So for many of us, kart has been the only type of actual racing we've done. Many pros got their start here too. So these karts, these Superkarts, are basically karts on steroids. The aero components actually work. Slipstreaming and downforce, things like that actually work on these cars, and they're fantastic. As mentioned off the top, they're about as fast as a GT3 car or a Formula 3 car around a track, and in fact, they race on actual tracks. I found a cool video of these things ripping around Paul Ricard, and man, do they drive. So this mod actually comes to us courtesy of Sangra1 from rFactor2race.com. It comes with a whole bunch of liveries, dozens and dozens of liveries, emulating Formula 1 from what I can see so far, and you might actually run into somebody you recognize on the track. So very cool there. I took it out to mid-Ohio here, as you can see. I also took it out to a few other tracks, Lime Rock Park, Paul Ricard, and had a great time. These things are incredible. And as mentioned off the top, it is a free mod to add into rFactor 2. Its main competition, of course, will be the Kart Sim DLC for rFactor 2, and possibly KartCraft when it's in full release later this year. But the advantage this has is that it's totally free for a game you might already own. And I can tell you, even if it was a paid mod, it would be absolutely worth it. It's so much fun to drive, and I've really had a great time even just making this video, and I had several races as well to kind of get used to the kart. And it's a whole lot of fun. So let's take a look at an onboard shot from Lime Rock Park. So, without further ado, let's get into the mic score. So we'll start off with the visuals. Visually, the externals, the replay, as you can see here, it looks great. They have a lot of liveries, and they all look very, very sharp. Internally, the cockpit of these Superkarts is a bit bland. When you look at the real Superkarts, there's a lot of sort of unfinished mechanical things, not hidden behind anything. And by comparison, the onboard of these Superkarts do look a bit bland, but overall still very strong. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The sounds, surprisingly, it could come off as sounding like a hive of bees, but it doesn't. Even after a long race, the sounds don't get annoying, and that's really impressive with a kart, so I'm going to score it a 10 out of 10. Drivability of the car, aka the physics and force feedback, overall very, very strong. It's sensitive to curbs, it's sensitive to bumps on the road, and gives you what I think is a very authentic karting experience. You really have to fight against those bumps and counter steer a lot going around corners, so very nicely done. The only thing is there is a really violent shake before the race actually starts. When you're dropped onto the track, my wheel starts going back and forth in a really violent manner, so I'm going to dock it a point for that and give it a 9 out of 10. The fun factor is absolutely off the charts. Not just driving these things, but also racing, trying to beat your best time in, say, a Formula 3 car, GT3 car, something like that. So I'll score it an easy 10. And then finally, value. The value is somehow it's free, and it scores an automatic 10. I'm going to give it 1 bonus point for innovation as well, because it's a very ambitious project considering we have KartCraft on the horizon and the Kart Sim DLC pack for rFactor 2 already. So it could have been a lot of work for naught, but they took it on. They did a really, really nice job with this. So it gets 1 bonus point for innovation. So overall, guys, the score is an incredible 96 out of 100. It's an extremely nicely done mod for rFactor 2. Comes to us courtesy of rFactor2race.com. I will drop a link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.